Hey everyone, Jason from Full Metal Gamer here. Welcome to my channel. It's good to see all of you. It's good to be putting myself back on here like this. I know I feel like every year I come on here and I put a video saying the same thing. But this year I feel is slightly different. And I'm going to explain in the body of this video as to why. But yeah, I'll explain that in the coming video. So please, I would ask you to please watch as much as you can, and that would greatly help this channel. And I want to explain some things I want to do going forward. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. All right, everyone. So this year has been incredibly huge for me. I have had some firsts in my life this year. I'm getting ready to turn 34. For the last, 5 to 6, actually last 8 years of my life, I basically stopped playing music because I had kids. I was given the opportunity, not this past year, but towards the end of the year before, to change that. But this past year was the year of actually carrying that out. If you don't know, I have a band called Ice Howl. We are within the new wave of traditional heavy metal space, but we are more like a power doom heavy metal band. A good example of bands that we look up to and that we are influenced by includes bands like Grand Magus, The Sword, Haunt. There's so many other bands that are just absolutely just doing the best work right now. And we are incredibly inspired by all of those bands. So that's where I pull my influences from, and I can't speak for the rest of my band members, but everyone has such drive to do good and great things in heavy metal. This year, we had the opportunity to do some pretty big shows. We were invited to perform at Legions of Metal 2024 in Chicago, which at the famous Reggie's music venue. We were on a bill with some very incredible bands, like you're talking Unleash the Archers, Striker, Hyrax, and then you got some other bands that I wasn't that familiar with, but now I am, like Theandric, Viper Witch, Mean Mistreater, Owlbear. There are so many great bands that were on that bill, and we got to share that with them. But the first time in my life, I got on stage and literally saw people pour in to see our set. Like, I had never played for that many people ever in my entire life. We had a literal packed room on the smaller stage at that. Come in there and just watch us do our thing. And that was an incredible experience. It's the first time I actually kind of felt like I meant something to someone. Since then, we've had some other opportunities. We've performed at Black Circle music venue in Indianapolis multiple times, which I'd like to give a shout out to Black Circle and also Stranger Attractions. We got to perform with Wizard Death. We got to perform with Tribunal and Mares of Thrace. We got to perform most recently with Unto Others. We got to open for Unto Others, and that was the second biggest crowd I've ever played for my entire life. That room was packed and damn near sold out. We were supposed to perform at our Bass Players Festival in Louisville, Big Goddamn Metal Show, another Big Goddamn Metal Show. And unfortunately, I got sick. And so we were not able to perform that, which we were going to be headlining, co-headline with Sanhedrin. We just released a new EP, and it's going to be released through Stormspell Records. So that's going to be coming up very, very soon, like in the next month. So we check it out. Also, we've had a lot of great response to our EP because we recorded some old songs with our new lineup. So to us, that made a lot of sense. So yeah, so I did big things with Ice Howl this year. We had our ups and downs, but it was a very great, I would say, first year as a band. So now that kind of transitions into my personal life. This year, I worked a lot. I put a lot of hours in. I did the grind on top of doing everything else that I did. Managed to take a really nice vacation. Or, well, it wasn't a long vacation, but I got to have a few days with my wife to ourselves, and we went up to Michigan, and we got tattoos. I got a Mario tattoo from a tattoo shop that we found on TikTok, Mission Street Tattoo. Go check them out. This past year, I lost my grandpa, my other grandpa. So unfortunately, that means I have no more no more grandpas now. So that was hard. I also had another experience that greatly kind of put life into perspective for me for like the second time in my life. First time, I witnessed a bad car accident and I watched someone die in front of me. This time, it was not quite that, but the potential was very much there. It puts things into perspective, and it just thinks about all the things that I want to do, all the things I haven't gotten to do. That's where all this comes in. I want to change that. I want to do the videos. I want to do the things. I want my voice being out there. I want to have the experience with my kids and my wife. I want to go perform the big shows with my band. I have a drive to do all this because you just never know. You just never know when that might come to an end. So that is the plan going forward. I want to do as much as I can. And I want to do as much as I can, not just for myself, but for others as well. I want to travel more. I want to go see more shows. I want to go travel to other places to go see more shows. I have things I want to do. And also this coming year, I want to not let bad people into my life. That is also the other thing. I don't want bad people coming into my life, trying to ruin that for me. I know it sounds a little aggressive to say it like that, but in reality, that's what it is. And that's also to pair it with that I have so many great people in my life who deserve that attention. You know, like, I can't speak enough. Like, I love my wife. I love my kids. They are the ones I live for. And I have great family. I also want to take a minute to say how much I love my band members. Like they have brought so much fun and excitement into my life that I never thought I could have. And not just that, but I genuinely like we're friends. And like I told Mark for the first not too long ago, our bass player Mark Jackson. I have never truly felt like I had a best friend until this year. Like I can just hit up Mark and we can just talk about stuff, and I've never really had that before. Or I've never had that for someone that actually feels like they genuinely care. I mean, I've had people I've talked to with like that, but it always ends up being an ulterior motive or something like that, like they never actually cared. So, but Mark is different. Like, there's a true friendship there. And then Kyle and Seth, they just add to that. And then our vocalist, Zeba, I mean, she's such a cool person. Awesome voice, cool personality, just all around. Everyone in this band, just, it's a big ball of fun. And that's the best way to describe it. And yeah, sometimes do we get a little off track and then we kind of just want to goof around a little bit, yeah, and then Ziva has to reel us back in, and then we're just all like, she's like, come on, we gotta get this together. And we're like, okay. There's so many good people influencing me in my life right now and encouraging me to do more and to keep going. And I encourage them to do more and keep going, keep doing their things because they're all really good at it. And I want to keep making more videos. I want to keep making more music. I want to do so many things. But now, here's where I have to reel myself in a little bit. I say these things. I can't overpromise or oversell. So, baby steps. It's going to start off slow on this channel. That's how I have to do it. I'm going to have to start out slow. But something that I want to start doing on this channel is I want to start doing some interviews. Because I find that myself in my life, I have been watching more interviews on YouTube lately with very influential people. Like I said, Mark Jackson on his Metal Forge show. He just had Trevor Church for his final guest of the year on his podcast. And then we also did our albums of the year, and where him, myself, and Jason Gardner from the Alehorn and the Heavy Metal Wasteland, as Mark says, we all had a Zoom call, and we all discussed our favorite albums of the year, and it was incredibly fun. And I was like, you know what, this is fun. I want to have more conversations like this, so I want to do this going forward. And the cool thing is, I know some people who know how to do this stuff, so they can give me tips and hints on how to make the shows better. So that's what I plan on doing. But I just want to say thank you to anyone who still views my channel, watches my shorts on YouTube. I plan on doing more of that. Maybe it not be a lot at first, but I want to start easing myself back into it, because I have a fire in my heart and it's bursted out to bring all of you heavy metal content for your everyday lives. So, with that being said, thank you everyone. Have a wonderful holiday season. I love all of you. Love all my friends, family. You all are the best. Long live heavy metal.